Hello Jewelers, I'm your teacher, Mr. Granlund here, and I hope you are having a terrific Titan Day. I'm so excited that you have decided to join my class this trimester. I really look forward to seeing how you develop as artists and all this amazing jewelry that you're going to make this trimester. Today, my hope is to give you an overview of what the Schoology page looks like, where you can find things, how it can help you, and also take a look at some of the learning that you're going to do during this trimester. Now, as we look at the Schoology page up here at the top, we're going to have a trimester schedule where I'm going to have the information of what days you're going to have your synchronous lessons, your asynchronous lessons, and that information that so that's always available to you, so you know where to be on which day. You're going to have a video here. This video is part of my welcome to you. So hello, welcome jewelers. And I always think it's just nice to be able to see a friendly face and have someone to guide you through maybe upcoming events, updates, but also just the whole class in general. Also at the top, you're going to see that we have our synchronous meeting link. So you can click on this, it'll take you to Zoom, and that's where we will meet. Now, before I get into the folder structure and things below here, I want to draw your attention. Now, my left side is going to look different than your left side, but on the left side of your area, if you click on the Grades tab, you're going to get a list of everything that you've turned in, or maybe not have turned in, what its score has been, and all the due dates. And it's all in one place. And it's a terrific tool to help you keep track of all the assignments that you're going to have for this class. And that's going to be over on the left side. For me, it says gradebook, but for you, it's going to say grades. Over on the right side, you're also going to see that we have an upcoming calendar, and it has all the assignments and the due dates listed there. If you click on this little icon up here, you'll also get this calendar view, where you'll see the date and the days that different assignments are due. Also up at the top, you see that there is a letter icon. So if you ever need to get a hold of me and you want to do it through Schoology, you can click on here and you can send me a message, and I will get that, and I can reply through email. You'll get email responses in your emails as well. Also, if you click on the updates, I will have a link where you can set up a one-on-one appointment with me. So as the trimester goes along, you'll be going through your Zoom class, and what often happens in the middle of the trimester is we just learn things at different rates. And so we just need a little bit of time here and there to just kind of check base to see, like, well, how do you do this? I'm stuck on this part of this project. Can you help me out? Always. I can always help you out. If you don't want to click on the updates there and make a one-on-one appointment, just email me and we will work something out, because I'm here to help you become a great jeweler. All right, so let's continue looking down the list here. I'm actually going to switch the order. In the course information here, we have all kinds of helpful things. So we have resources for you and your family about Chromebook and school resources, different videos on how to do things. If your Chromebook isn't working right, I have video demonstrations here about how to turn things in using a phone, iOS or Android, different things like this. So there's always helpful information in here. Now, in addition to this class being online, you will also get a bag of resources that you'll pick up from school in the supply week pickup list. Now, if there's anything that's missing from those supply bags that I'll have for you, marked jewelry, I'll be sending out updates about when more things arrive. We've had some shipping problems. Things have been like kind of out of stock, so we're waiting on them, and they might not be ready by the time the pickup day is. So if that happens, I'm always going to try and make sure to get as many supplies to you as quickly as possible. And if there's any additional resources that come while the class is going, you'll have to go to Tartan High School and pick those up But again, I'll have those marked in like a bag that says jewelry, and you should be able to pick that stuff up. Let's take a look at the things that we're going to learn, because this is really the exciting part for me anyways. The first thing that I get excited about is this weekly Wednesday design discussions. And these are different discussions about jewelers and ideas and business and all these different things that go into jewelry making. And every Wednesday we'll have an asynchronous lesson, and you're going to use about 20 minutes doing kind of the research, reading, or watching the video part. So 20 minutes gathering information, and then 20 minutes responding to that information. Now I have very specific prompts here, and I want at least 3 sentences summarizing, interpreting, and criticizing the information that you gathered. And then I want you to write at least 2 sentences responding to a thought that another student had. And you'll get that kind of back and forth, and you'll learn from each other, and the information is going to go a lot deeper when you respond to other students. And this is going to be something that you do on a regular basis on that Wednesday asynchronous day. Let's head back to our main page, and let's talk about the different weeks. Now, the first 2 weeks is all about getting to know you and learning some of the basic tools and techniques that are traditionally used inside of jewelry. Now, I tried to make this process a little fun, and I figured out a way that I can sound like Darth Vader, and I put that in here. I also want to hear about you. I want to hear about your perspective going into second trimester. You've had an entire trimester of being distance learning. You had the spring maybe being distance learning. All kinds of experiences, some very positive experiences, some maybe challenging experiences. I want to hear about your perspective as we go into a new trimester, so that we can meet those challenges together. And just very simply, all you're going to do is make a picture or video kind of describing your thoughts, and you're going to write a little sentence about it too, and you'll post it. This is like a discussion post. And when you click in here, you have some options to click and add a file, like a picture. You could add a link. Maybe if you have a YouTube page, you could do a video, and then you can post the link to your YouTube page. That'd be cool. Or maybe you take a resource from your Google Drive. Maybe you do an audio recording. You can do that here, post your response, maybe write a little bit too, and that's really your first project, that first day. We're going to look at some tools here and a process called riveting. Now, this is going to be something that we do on a regular basis at the beginning of every unit, as we have some learning that actually comes from our traditional classroom. Now, we aren't able to do it in person right now, but that learning is still important, and you as jewelers are going to need to know how to do things like rivet and solder, and what pickle is, and how to sand things. Even if we're not able to physically do it, it's going to give you an idea of things that are beyond what you can do maybe right now. And who knows, maybe you do try some of these techniques when you're at home. I mean, other jewelers do. Why not you? Let's take a look at our next unit, which is going to be the next 2 weeks of instruction, and that is the paper jewelry. Now, we may not think of paper as being a really interesting jewelry material, but there's a ton of things that you can do with it. And so I have some tutorials here. You're going to do a practice assignment, and you're going to create an origami ring, and I have some videos for you to choose from. After that, you're going to design your own piece of paper jewelry, and you're going to have to do some research this trimester and trying to figure out, well, how can I use this material to make something beautiful and lovely to wear? And what kind of lovely piece of jewelry am I going to make? So these are the things that you do in these design guides. Now, in that bag that you're going to get from Tartan on the supply day, will have some origami paper that you can use for these assignments as well. And then finally, after you do some formative designing, you'll have a summative paper jewelry submission. You'll have a presentation here, and you'll also have a video that overviews the unit up at the top as well. Let's take a look at our next unit, and that is calming beads. You may not realize it, but beads are made all over the world and out of thousands of different materials. You can almost take any material. You can take cereal and make it into a bead, right? You can take sawdust, you can take glass, you can take metal, all kinds of things. You are going to make some beads, and I have supplied you with some salt dough, which is just flour and salt, and you mix some water in there too. And you can make beads out of this by cooking the beads in the oven for a while. Now, we're going to continue with our traditional learning by learning how to make a metal ring. Again, we have a formative bead making exercise. So like you're going to try to make some beads, you're just going to snap a picture, be like, hey, these are my beads that I tried to make. If they work well, great. If they don't, that's okay too, because it's just about the process of making it and trying something. You have a design guide that you're going to participate in, and then your final summative calming bead jewelry, where you're making really nice beads and turning those into a piece of jewelry. Looking at Unit 4, or what I call Unit 4, but it's going to be about weeks 7 through 8, you're going to create some chain links. So you're going to get small bits of wire, maybe paper clips, maybe some copper wire. Both of those supplies are going to be in those jewelry bags, as well as pliers. The pliers are the tool that we're working on. We're still waiting to get some more in. So that might be the thing that's not there at the time that you pick up those bags. But you're going to learn about overlay soldering. You're going to learn how to make some formative chain links. You're just going to try making some chain links. And they might work, they might not. Either way, you snap a picture, you send them to me, and you're going to make some really great looking summative chain link jewelry here. Lastly, we're going to make a hero pin. And you're going to design this, and you're going to use whatever material you can. You can use the strategies and materials that you use for previous projects, or you can dive into some new materials here. And you're going to create a piece of jewelry for someone that you admire. You're going to put a pin back on it, also included in your supply bag. And I know these are going to turn out fantastic. I'm excited to have you in class, jewelers, and I look forward to our time together, and I hope you all have a great Titan Day.